dinner. So it's just widely accepted for any time of the day, night, 3 o'clock in the morning after you've been out.
Your favorite is to eat it for
Breakfast.
breakfast.
Oh, God.
Breakfast. When do you like to eat it the best?
I'd like to die.
Anytime you get credit for it, I don't want to kind of do it at home. Anytime.
Any time of the day or night, I'm always ready for it.
And we know the heat. I was talking about the meat of the hangover, right?
Now, by the way, it's been quite a celebration. Hey, we just won the Super Bowl. I got some cow stomach. Come on.
Now, I know we're not talking about the band, but you seem to be Mexican, so I did have a question. If you were to give a member of Menudo at their age and body weight a can of Coca-Cola that was full of rum, how far away do you think they could run and at what speed?
There's no way that bitch eats Menudo for breakfast.
Why are they wearing hard hats? Is there a fear that meat will hit them?
There's this weird thing that whenever you enter a business that has a conveyor belt, you have to don a hard hat. No one ever takes any fucking shrapnel through the skull. It's just a bunch of cow stomachs on a conveyor belt. But
And this is just in some anonymous building in the valley. You drive by.
Sure.
And what's in there? I don't know. It's probably full of bathroom tile. No,
cow
Hulk is
stomach.
talking about tripe.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Oh, now he's...
What is it about Menudo that has so many people so excited about eating?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
the whole town's a buzz.
It's a whole recipe of a soup that the Aztecs used to make because of all the meat leftovers from the beef. They would
This
get
goes all the way back to the Aztecs?
Yes. Yes.
But they killed people as part of their religious ceremony. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know that the Aztecs, because I read that the Aztecs used to make that.
Well, there's a lot of lore about it.
Friend here tells me, so.
Do you know the history of it? He doesn't speak English? Well, Menudo is the same in Spanish or English, right?
Once again, Huell's done his homework. Send his field producers out.
Yeah. What do you know about Menudo?
I have every issue of Barely Legal.
Yes, this is what your tax dollars go to, ladies and gentlemen. A huge man walking around talking to people about eating cow stomachs.
A man who was built like his own Macy's Day float.
Yes.
Speaking of, there was a time where I thought I was being abducted by aliens, and they took me on their ship, and they tied me down and probed me anally, and don't you know what turned out later? It was 2 of my friends in alien masks. Wait a second.
You know, Dana's greatest fear is that he's going to climb into an elevator one day. It's going to go up one floor. The door is going to open. Huell is going to walk in, and Huell is going to hit the pause button. And
So tell me, how long did you think you were going to live?
Normally, I like to stomp the Jews. In your case, I'm going to ball up my fist and push it through your mouth.
What's really funny is after I take your bones out, you're still going to be alive, and I'm going to make you live in my pocket. You're going to be my bag boy.
All right, Mike, what do we got left with
Please kill me,
Huell?
Mr. Hudson.
Now, I am getting my lesson in eating Menudo from an expert here. This is Luis's mother, right? We've never met.
No, they did the
Oh, really? You guys didn't go to high school together in Baltimore?
We're working together. I've never met you.
This is the first time that I meet you, and I'm very happy to meet you.
And we meet over a bowl of Menudo.
This is the way you roll your tortilla.
Uh-huh.
That's the way you roll your tortilla.
And what do you do with the
You
tortilla?
grind your tortilla.
My cameraman came out of your vajayjay like a bluebird leaving the nest.
Like a pie.
And then you take some
And then you take some Menudo.
Cow stomachy.
You guys, by the way, does anyone get out to Tijuana these days, or is that... tacos. It's really, there's nothing better than, because they double down on the tortillas. They're like, you know what, instead of making one big wide one, we'll make two, but we'll put them on top of each other like they're making love. And then we'll put a bunch of stuff that wasn't good enough to make the Menudo factory. But don't worry, we got a lot of drunken Marines. They'll eat this shit.
Just so you know, lots of different kinds of very high quality meat has eyelashes on it.
Sure. I used to go to Tijuana a lot, and we used to sleep on the beach in Tijuana. And Tijuana is great because they have the dogs that walk sideways. It's never a good sign, but I had a few of those circling around me when I woke up on the beach in Tijuana. I was not closely supervised as a youth. Oh, wait a minute, that's me. That is me in Tijuana. I will say this. This dude we do not know. This dude is my buddy Ray. You guys.
Which one are you?
The other, I am right there. I'm the one who's partying pretty good at 16 and a half.
Somebody's got a pack of Virginia Slims going. Where's Johnny at?
The beauty of TJ is they did not check IDs over there.
Where's Johnny?
I don't know where Donnie.
Is he taking the photo?
Donnie, did we ever go to TJ together, or was that your cousin that freaked out when we said Donnie's cousin went to school at San Diego State, which is really like, for an education. Come on now. Funnel beers is not really. That's something you bring into the real world as a tangible skill. Sorry, Weezer, what happened?
We were probably talking about Rudy, the Rudy story, where we left Rudy in her room.
We went to Tijuana. We got shit-faced as we always do. We bought a bottle of tequila. Everyone bought a bottle of tequila, like you can't buy tequila in the United States or something. Like, yeah, but we saved 49 cents. All right, good. Well, look around.
So much. You're gonna buy your weight in Cody.
Lug around an 8-pound jug of tequila for 9 hours in order to save 59 cents. But we bought the tequila. We did this thing where I don't recommend drunk driving, but this wasn't a long haul. We really did one of these things where we all stood by my buddy Rudy's car and we said, who is the least fucked up of the five of us? Like, nobody's sober, that's for sure. But one of us has to be less drunk than the other, right? And we decided my buddy Rudy was the least drunk out of all the five of us. So we got in his car and we drove back to Donnie's cousin's dorm room in San Diego State, and we dropped Rudy off in his cousin's dorm room, and then we went to other dorm rooms to vomit and get into a fetal position, and at some point Rudy had a psychotic episode where he said he's getting back in his car, he's going back to Tijuana, and we have to get the rest of the men out, was the way he phrased it. At some point, Donnie's cousin Michelle called me in the dorm room I was throwing up at about 3 a.m. and screamed at me, "You have to get your friend Rudy out," in which case my reply was to hang up and unplug the phone and pass back out again.
You got sleeping to do.
Rudy then ran up and down the dorm rooms, banging on everyone's doors, screaming about getting the troops out of Tijuana, and ended up sleeping under his car, which was parked on the street.
When you were in Tijuana, I've never been to Tijuana. Did you ever see?
Well, then you haven't lived.
I have not lived. You ever see like a donkey still wearing a condom, just walking?
No, they used to bareback. Now we looked.
They don't exist.
We
I was worried.
We looked for the donkey show. There's a couple of things Tijuana does. Tijuana, once you get into the side streets of Tijuana, the lighting isn't as good as you'd like. And they do this thing. Do you guys know?
And is it safe to assume that, like Mos Eisley Spaceport, it's a wretched hive of scum and villainy?
Yes. Whatever he said. They do this thing where they form the curb, but they forget to put the sidewalk in after it. So you do this thing where you're drunk and you step over the curb and into a ditch. It's basically how it works.
And you're just hoping you don't land on a baby.
Right. And we traversed and navigated the entire side streets of Tijuana looking for the donkey show. Never did find it. Did find a taco stand with a jukebox in it, and all we did is feed quarters in it and played Rick Springfield's Jesse's Girl 149 times. Like we literally, the more the people got annoyed, the funnier it was for us. We literally just kept feeding quarters into it and pressing like D3, and Jesse's Girl would come up every single time. That much. I remember when I threw up in an ice maker and passed out in an alley, and then a cop waked me up with his nightstick.
And we discussed that of all the places to get sick, an ice maker would be the most refreshing.
Yeah. I was at Margarita's Village, I slid the thing open, I vomited into it, and then I got on with my life, as I suggest you all do.
I would not buy any Italian ices at that particular restaurant.
I remember one time I told Dr. Drew when he said to me, how many times do you think you vomited because of alcohol? And I was like, I don't know, probably just like low 40s. And he was like, oh my God. And I was like, what? That's pretty good, right? And I understand at least 18 of those were at my own hand.
You didn't count those in half then.
I probably didn't have to vomit, but I made myself vomit just so I could, I had a big day. That's Dr. Drew giving me the judging pouty look that he gave me.
What's the appropriate amount? Because I'm over 10.
And behind him in those vases, one says Jeff Conaway and one says Andy Dick. Too soon.
So sad. I still pose this question to you, Dana Gould. Dr. Drew's batting average, last 10 patients that rolled through his clinic, or the last 10 Nick Cage movies? Your kids are on the line here. I need an answer quickly.
I'm going to say the last 10 Nick Cage movies because at the end of the day, Dr. Drew can't live those people's lives. Nick can always change the movie.
That's true. I think it's a very positive and important note to go out on. Ladies and gentlemen,
Look, it's homeless George Washington.
Dana Gould, everybody. And of course, Allison Rosen doing a bang-up job. On the news, Paul Bryan on sound effects. Louise, Logan, Dawson, and Lynch working the boards. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla saying,
Mahalo!
I did not drink one sip of water. Bring the water out with me, and then not one fucking sip of it. All right, thank you.
The Adam Carolla Show, thanks. United Lansing and Charter. Check them out at www.ulclimos.com. Next time you arrive. Check out Face to Face with Ace and One Man's Opinion, the best of guests and politics on the